All right, we are back again. Another trade recap. This is Thursday's trade. So let me speed it up here to when I actually get into the trade. But yeah, look, I actually didn't want to make this video. I've been putting these videos off because I have taken a loss today, and in the next video, I took another loss on Friday. And so I'm recording these now on the weekend or on Saturday for me. And yeah, I don't know. I've just been putting them off. I've had a bad week. Like I've lost every day this week. But I'll go more into that in my sort of weekly review video on the whole week. This video is just going to be a trade recap for Thursday. Um, and really what I was sort of looking at, because I think this week it's been very. I haven't really stuck to my plan. Like I've been entering on sort of things that aren't really a part of my plan. Um, I'm not really waiting for the setup, so there's a few things. There's a few things going wrong this week, I think. I had a good kind of start last week. Having two winning trades, felt good, was up. I was like, nice. And then this week's just sort of gone downhill in a sense. But I mean, I'm only trading with 5 micros, so it's not like the account's blown or anything like that. Um, but I definitely need to work on some things. So, um, yeah, not much more to say really. I'll wait until we get into the trade. There was a bit of a move here at 8:45, um, and then we're coming into the 9. Oh, sorry. This is 11:30, so this is 9:30 a.m. So this is the opening, and then I will go to when I actually get into the trade. That's a bit too fast for the video. It sort of just grinds high here. I was sort of looking at like, um, yeah, just sort of grinds higher. I've marked out this high, and I was basically like, you know what? I'm gonna wait for it to take out this high if it wants to, and then I'm gonna basically wait for a rejection of that. Because what I was looking at in the last couple of days, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was sort of I had a high like this as a target, and I would be entering before, but my model literally says a 15-minute high or some form of liquidity has to be taken first. So why am I entering before the liquidity is taken? I know that you could say that, okay, well, this is the target that I'm looking for, but, and I'm like, this is the draw that I want to see it gravitate to. But as you can see here, like, there's no real. I saw this. I'll slow it down just here. I saw this. I wanted to see it keep a fair value gap there. Okay. Unfortunately, it didn't. It come straight up, overlapped that. So there was no fair value gap. Because that was like a big sort of, as you can see there, like that candle, it overlaps multiple of these up close candles, right? But it just didn't have the fair value gap. It didn't create the fair value gap when it did it. So I'll speed up again here. It sort of stuffs around, and then we have another big drop, and then that's the one I enter in on, I believe. But yeah, like as you can see here, let me just slow back down quickly. So this was the 9:30 opening, this candle just here. And then we come up, we come down, small little fair value gap just here, right at the 930. We come down into that, then we go up again. But as you can see, all these candles are overlapping one another, and it just gravitates up to this high. Now, if you have this high as a draw on liquidity where it should go to, that's totally fine. But my model says I have to wait for liquidity to be taken, a rejection of that, and I enter in on a fair value gap. So my model is nowhere from 930 to this high. My model is not there. Okay. Now I didn't enter in a trade on this move here, so I waited. That's totally fine. But when I look back at some of the other trades from this week, I was sort of anticipating that in a sense. You know, I was getting in before I should have, in a sense. So I think it's soon here. I think it's this. It might be this fair. Does this create a fair value gap? Yeah, this does create a fair value gap here. Yeah, here. Okay, so I'll slow it down. See, I have it ready. Okay, I'm just going to do 2 times. We have it ready, and there's the fair value gap. I'll put the limit order in. My stop's just there. Now, in hindsight, okay, I'll just pause it real quick here. In hindsight, because it went down that one more time just here, I maybe shouldn't have taken the trade. And it goes down just below the 930 candles low just there. So, you know, like, because it went down one more time, like, I mean, so it gets me in just there. You know, is it something that is still high probability? I don't know, right? And this is a trade here. I think it stops me out pretty quickly. It's not really a long trade. It looks like it's going to go down. I think I go into some profit here in a little bit of profit there. But yeah, it just doesn't go down. Now, to me, this is totally sort of fine of a setup in a sense. Like, I saw it take the liquidity. I saw us create a short-term low, and then we break that, and we have a fair value gap. That's fine. But the 5-handle stop may have just been too tight. And there we go. It gets me out there. Literally 1, 2, like 3 minutes. Like, just straight away comes up and takes me out. Now, I'm pretty sure I stopped the recording here in a sec. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty much at the end of the video. So I will just close that. This is the TradingView chart from that day. And this is what we're looking at. So that's that high that was taken out. I'll just take my crosshair off. So it's not in the way. So this is the high that was taken out. Create that low. We come down, sort of gravitate down, and then boom, we drop down. This grey rectangle here, this is the upper half. That's the consequent encroachment. That line there. That is the new week opening gap. From there, that's the week open, the yellow line. This is the midnight open for today, this red line. Midpoint of the new week opening gap and the high. And as you can see, we drop down, I get in short there, and it just takes me up. Okay, and then it actually doesn't even go down any further. It just grinds higher. Like, look at that, just slowly grinds higher. Takes out that high there at the end of the AM session. Now, yes, it falls away here at 1 p.m. going into the PM session, but yeah, like, where's my stop going to be? Like, even if my stop was up here, I would have got taken out. So, I mean, I think this one does sort of follow my rules a bit better than some of the other trades I've taken with my rules. So, like, high taken, and this is a 15-minute high. High taken, short-term low, pierces it with a fair value gap, enter short, five handle stop, five handle target, and yeah, it just took me out. Bit of volatility as well, like as you can see, just completely overlaps. Now this was going to take me out anyway, regardless if my stop was way up here. So, I mean, regardless if it was up there, it would have taken me out. But my five handle stop was definitely, it was only just above this fair value gap. So really, it was going to take it out easy. Now, don't get me wrong, like it could have went in my favor as well. But I think looking at stuff like this with the um, new week opening gap and stuff like that, that is the quarter level. So the midpoint in between the midpoint and the high, this is the quarter, and it almost touches that. And then if we have a look real quick, this was the 9:30 opening, right? So this would be the regular trading hours opening, and it pierces into that. Now I'm basically 100% sure, although we might not have been. Might have been. Where is 414? That candle just there. And it's the close. Let me drag this across. Okay, so this was a regular trading hours close. This was the open. So this is the opening range gap. So 9:30, we basically run straight up, and well, we close the gap there, we run straight up, take out this high, then we come right down, back to the low of the gap, okay, and then reverse higher, and we overlap it again, and we go higher again. So I don't think I was really watching that necessarily. So that's maybe another thing that didn't aid in my analysis. But yeah, I don't know, not really much more to say. I just didn't really have a good read on it this morning. Like I said, this day here followed my rules a bit more. Uh, I waited for the high to get taken out, waited for the low. This is this little annotation here. This is how I do like basically a market structure shift in a sense. I saw this as this low being taken out with displacement there, fair value gap, entered short and got stopped out, and then it just went up. So and then it only comes down in the PM session. So look, followed my rules a bit better today, but still a losing trade. Um, and it was a full five handle losing trade. So, yeah, it sort of is what it is, I guess. This one I'm not too. I mean, obviously it's a loss, so I'm not going to lie and say it doesn't. Just shrug it off. It doesn't affect me, but um, I guess the compounded effect of the other losing trades from Monday to Wednesday, and now today, Thursday, being another losing trade, uh, it does get to you a bit, but I am happy that I stuck to my rules a bit better with this trade. This one I stuck to my rules a bit better. Unfortunately, I just had the bias wrong. It wanted to go up one more time, wanted to go up higher. Like I said, it did go down at the PM session, but I wasn't trading the PM session. And where's your stop going to be? If you entered in here somewhere, like where's your stop going to be? Well, if your stop goes above this high, you're going to get taken out anyway. Your stop needs to go above this high. This line here is if I scrub back, is this high here from Friday, which is the all-time high that it created last week. So your stop's got to be above there. That's not a part of my model. That's not a part of my risk management plan at all to have my stop way up here. So, look, these trades are going to happen. I'm glad that I stuck to my rules a bit better today. But another losing trade. I I should have had it already open, to be honest. Where are we? April 23rd report, and this is the report for that day. So we're sitting now at 49,775. One losing trade, $125 loss, and $5.20 commission, $130 loss. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video when I do Fridays, and then when we do the weekly review, which is going to be pretty brutally honest, and yeah. Alright, thanks for watching.